Hi, my name's Emily Kyle, and today we're going to talk about how to avoid probate, which is a really common question that we get. So there's a variety of ways to avoid probate, some of them intentional and maybe some of them less intentional. So any property that you own, real estate that says joint tenants with right of survivorship or community property with right of survivorship, that property will go to the other person who's named on that deed with you. No probate for that. Last man standing gets the funds or gets that asset. If you've recorded a beneficiary deed while you were alive, the property will go to whoever you've listed as the beneficiary in that deed. Again, no probate. They just record your death certificate and the property is then theirs. If you've named beneficiaries on a beneficiary form, like for life insurance or retirement accounts, those funds will go to those beneficiaries. Again, they just provide a death certificate, fill out a couple of forms, and they should get those funds. If you've set up a bank account with somebody else on it as a co-owner with you, not just a signer, not just your agent under a power of attorney, but an actual co-owner of the account, they will also inherit that property in that account without a probate. It just becomes theirs by operation of law. So if you've added somebody on and you only intended for them to be able to manage the money in the event you became incapacitated, you want to make sure they're a signer or an agent and not a joint owner. But if you want them to get the money, then leaving them on as a joint owner makes sense. You can also avoid probate when you have accounts that say that they're TOD or transfer on death or POD, payable on death. Those are also forms that you fill out at that financial institution, and you can do that with brokerage accounts, investment accounts, your retail checking or savings accounts. You can even do that on CDs, and that will also avoid probate. Or if you have a trust, any assets that are titled to the trust will avoid probate. But just having a trust is not probate avoidance. You need to make sure your accounts and assets actually have the trust name on them in order for them to avoid probate. Now, sometimes we don't want to avoid probate because otherwise, if we have more than one person who's inheriting the money, but we still have expenses that have to be paid, like your final tax return or to keep the power on at the house, those beneficiaries are going to have to put money back in or pay those expenses while we're waiting for something to be sold or liquidated in order to raise some cash. So sometimes it's not a good plan. You don't want to leave payable on death to a minor beneficiary, somebody under the age of 18, or somebody who might be receiving government benefits like Altex or SSI, supplemental security income, because they might lose their benefits by that direct inheritance. So those are some ideas and some cautions. I hope this was helpful. Again, I appreciate you landing on our page and listening to what I have to say about how to avoid probate. Again, Emily Kyle, thank you.